Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Here we are on the hex.com website. For those new to Hex, of course, Hex is the first blockchain certificate of deposit on the blockchain, and it's a cryptocurrency obviously, and you can earn amazing earnings on it, up to around about 40% APY, and of course you earn interest and penalties. Really nice. And obviously the community is ginormous, so welcome aboard. Hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to be the update for the Hex ecosystem, and it's going to be day 693. Let's get straight into it. You know how I like to roll. All right, so here we are, folks. We're going to get into day 693, the 25th of October. This is the snapshot after 24 hours. 30 cents was the closing price. This is about 38 minutes ago, and of course the price was down 4% from the previous day at 31.3 cents. The ROI is 5,333 X from the multiply from all-time low, which was the 5th of January 2020. The payout per T-share slightly above average, just slightly 5.778. T-share price of 5,753. So if you want to pick up T-shares, definitely a relatively good day to pick up a T-share. And the T-share rate 9,108, up 17.4. Another decent day of a rise, heading towards 20,000. And that's only going to go up from there once we hit that. So amazing. You're going to need 20,000 hex to do a two-day stake with T-share. Obviously, you can stake longer and get the bonuses for get more T-shares. Average stake length 5.76, pretty stable. APY, the annual percentage yield, which includes interest rate and early end stake penalties. We love those penalties, don't we, when people break their stakes. 37.03%. And the liquidity in the pool, 104.6 million. And that's up from yesterday, of course, with the price going down slightly. I'd love to see that back under 100 million. I know we all do. It just seems a lot better and a lot fun, but it will get there in due course. Liquidity in the pool, just under 31 million USDC, and a liquidity in ETH 939. Let's have a look at a lock value at 18.93 billion, market cap at 172.39 billion, just down from yesterday, 179. And of course, the T-share market cap is 63.47 billion, and there is a 11,032,672 T-shares. Now, this is going to be an interesting number to watch in the future as adoption continues. To watch how this T-share rate goes. It's going to be fascinating. Down 1,141 T-shares at the moment. All right, total supply 635.5 billion hex. Minted inflation 10.5 million hex minted. Circulating supply 572.6 billion hex in the supply. Most of that's in the Origin wallet, as we say. And of course, circulating supply is up 13.8 million. Stake supply 62 billion. 62.8 billion is staked, I should say. That's down by 3.3 million. So if you're staked, you're looking better, aren't you? You're looking better. And of course, let's jump to stake percentage of coins, 9.89%. And obviously, partly reflecting this reduced amount of stakes there. All right, payout hex 63.7 million hex paid to stakers. And of course, on top of that, you get penalties 968,000, which is way better than the last 3 days. So that's really good. In fact, it's one of the better days in the last 10 days. So another good payday for us who are staked. Nice. Total holders, and this is the main stuff we're watching really, is how are we growing, and we're growing fantastic. 362 new holders today, up to 374,928. Not as strong as the previous 9 days, but man, just another good day. These are really good numbers, and these are only going to jump, I think, when the PulseChain fork comes to fruition. Current stake is 69,252, up 121. Total stake is 85,365 at 193. And of course, current holders 263, 163. That's up 152. So we're almost at 70,000 current stakers, folks. Stakers, I should say, and that's looking really good. Now, like in a year or two, we could be in 250,000 stakers, 500,000 stakers once we get the virality moving, and that's just starting to happen. And of course, these figures are looking very positive. I think the community in the Hex community, the PulseChain community, the number of promoters and YouTubers, social media is growing, the culture is growing. And the number of people coming in is represented by these great figures here too, as well as that spectacular APY, and of course the beautiful price movement that we've had over the history there. Now, don't forget to check out my video yesterday on price chart volatility. it shows the pullbacks and the jump backs. Typically, when there's a pullback, everyone gets sad. Remember, people were getting sad at 1 cent when it pulled back down to ½ cent, and of course now when 50 cents pulls that down to about 22 cents, you get the same idea. So what do you do? A good idea is to pick up when people are sad, and of course you get you get more hex for cheaper. Obviously, it's not investment advice, but hey, the chart's looking good for that as well. PulseChain's coming up, remember, and that's going to be another FOMO when the fork comes into play. Well, let's jump over to the current nomics.com to see the current prices now. 2.88 trillion, up 1.9%. Looking stellar, the global market cap. As I said, Bitcoin was just taking a breather around at 60 to 61,000, and now it's moving up slowly at 63. Good time. If it moves up slowly, it's a bit like getting ready to pounce, like a tiger getting ready to pounce for its meal, and then a jump to 70 to 80K. That's definitely on the cards in the coming days, I would say, if not weeks. So nice. It's just slowly creeping back up there. Nice. Ethereum, 4,235, up 2.45, and the current actual market price of Hex is 29.5 cents. Down 4.69% on 24-hour, 168.99 billion market cap and 16 million for the daily volume. And I love this transparency, right? 80% versus the 2 leaders. So great transparency in the Hex trading. All right, let's jump over to the charts and look at the charts in real time. There's the T-share cut charts. These are the main ones we like to look at. The T-share rate here, of course, in yellow is affected by the Hex price, which is in white, and you can see we've got a higher low and higher high there in the chart there. So kind of moving sideways, but with slightly higher results rather than that bearish scenario if you saw my pricing video a couple of days back. All right, the other factor, of course, determining the T-share rate is the T-share price, and it's always up and to the right. As we said, it's heading up towards 20,000. So we're like this as well. This is really a big part of the fundamentals in Hex. Must understand that as well. T-share rate, once you've got T-shares, of course, you get payout. You can see that we're pretty stable with the payout there. We've had a couple of penalties. Last big penalty we had back was on the 16th of October. We've got 6.24 Hex per T-share. Pretty mad gains. All right, nice. All right, so, and then, of course, adoption. You know me, I'm all about adoption. And of course, adoption here with the stakers. Look at that, beautiful, just up and to the right. We certainly like these steeper periods. I think we're going to get another steeper period going into Christmas, particularly if we get the PulseChain in December. There has been talk, of course, that PulseChain may come in January, even February, some of the rumors. But I think it's a good chance it'll be sooner than later. But then again, we have to wait for the official stuff. Hopefully the PulseChain testnet's going very well. Going to do a little bit of a video about that maybe today, maybe tomorrow. So we'll check that out. All right, so very cool. Let's jump over to the stakers chat chart. Was my favorite one, of course. We can scroll right down to the bottom. I've actually done a little different today. I've just got the 3 months rather than the 15-year view, so you can see what's coming up. So we've got some reasonable candles on the 1st of November coming up. Well, this is the current day here. I've got the 1st of November, 2nd November, 6th of November, coming up. We've also got this one here, the 2nd of December. So we've got a couple ahead of us. So we might get a bit of a rise here, but then under a bit of pressure here, possibly. Hopefully a lot of them will restake. Then, of course, by the time we get to the early December, this one here might cause a little hassle on the daily price, but otherwise we've got some this here could be really good for price rise. So I did talk about the fact that I thought that maybe in my pricing video, that maybe around about here, we might have a bit of a quiet period, and that looks pretty good with the staking too, and then we could start to see a bit of ramp up. But of course, if that doesn't play out, we might actually have a longer period, and then we might start moving up here in early December because you've got this nice big gap with the stakes as well. It just takes a bit of supply selling pressure off. We do have a big candle on the 17th, so it could have a bit of volatility then. But of course, if we get an announcement about PulseChain actually being on the early side into the October launch, like mid-late December, then these people here, a lot of them might, if they were pending to sell, they might just hold off there. Obviously, a lot of these are rolling. Some of them see stakes in here rolling month to month. Some of them may be looking to do long stakes anyway. But then, of course, PulseChain is a big thing that people will hold on to get their double copy onto the PulseChain. So pretty cool in there. So that leads us up to Christmas Eve, doesn't it? into New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve in here. So it bodes really well if we could have a PulseChain launch in here somewhere. Pretty cool. Don't forget on the 2nd, it's the 2nd here, it's the 2nd year anniversary of the Hex launch, which is interesting. There's a candle there. So pretty interesting. That's 2 years. And of course, as we moved into January, look at that. Beautiful, eh? We've only got the 1st of January. After that, man, pumpamentals, right? That's why I just think like some of this will move into the following months and quarters and whatever framework they've got. Some will even go long-term staking, but January at the moment is looking really nice, especially with PulseChain news. So very cool. Not much from Richard Hart on Twitter, a few social media posts, but nothing too much pertaining to Hex and PulseChain. Some more YouTubers, as I say, on PulseChain and Hex popping up. That's really great. Get out there, support them, folks. Whenever you promote your own investments, always helps, right? I hope you guys liked today's video. That's day 693. Catch me. I'll be doing another specialty video later today in a couple hours. Catch that one. Of course, subscribe, like, and share. It helps with the algorithms, getting Hex names out there, as well as growing this channel. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Catch you next time.